Morning all. I wanted to do a video today on cryptocurrency. It's a subject that I'm really interested in, something I really enjoy. The thought of its real world use case and how it can change sort of everyday tasks. And property is obviously one of those key things that it looks to shape in the future. And whilst there isn't anything directly at the moment where you can purchase property with crypto directly, I get asked all the time how you do actually crystallize that cryptocurrency and use it to invest in property. So I thought I'd jump into that today and hopefully give you some answers. So we've got a situation at the moment where there's been a couple of trials in the country. I think there was one in Essex, a couple in Sweden maybe, where people have tried to buy property with crypto directly. The issue is that in the current system, you can't do that. So you have to create something a bit different. And I think the answer is probably NFTs. So the way it's being done currently is you set up a company, an SPV, that company owns the property, the company has income from the property, expenditure relating to the property, it's packaged in an NFT and sold as an investment. I think that has been done successfully in the past. There's a company I know in the UK that's specifically working on this stuff, trying to shape it and make it more popular and more common. However, if you're sitting on crypto at the moment and you want to buy property, you're probably wondering how best to do that. And if you're fortunate enough to have crypto amounting to the whole amount of the property value, then superb, we can definitely help you with that. But if you've got crypto that would perhaps bridge a deposit and you need a mortgage for the rest, then that's possibly a little bit more difficult, but we'll certainly try and address some of those in the video today. So firstly, when you have cryptocurrency, what you need to understand is that every time you change coins, whether it's Bitcoin or various altcoins, that triggers a taxable event. So if, for example, you have Bitcoin and you jump into ADA and into ETH and into Chainlink or whatever it is, back to Bitcoin, every single time you make a trade, it's a taxable event. So if you're making profit, you need to pay tax on that. If you're making a loss, then you can possibly offset some of the future profits with that. But this is clearly a realm for accountants, and they're going to play a huge part here. So what you need to do firstly is you need to crystallize your portfolio. And the best way to do that is to speak to an accountant who specializes in cryptocurrency. If you can do that, what they will do is have a look through the background and the history. They will work it right the way back to the point in which you made the initial investment, and forensically go through it and produce a statement at the end confirming this is the sort of history and the background to that journey. And that can be all the way through from, as I said, Bitcoin altcoins to stable coins and then back out into fiat. So you crystallize it into dollars or sterling or whatever it is, and you get it into a bank account, and then you need to approach a law firm who are comfortable with the sign off and the certificate from the accountant. And what the lawyer's responsibility is to have a look at where the money came from originally. So they will look at the statement from the accountant to show the history of the cryptocurrency transactions. And then they will have a look at the amount you would have had to have staked originally. And if that is £10,000 and that's, you know, a couple of months' salary and a bit of savings, then fine, that's really easy to quantify. But if your original stake was, say, £100,000, and that came from the sale of an asset, sale of a car or something like that, then you need to be able to justify where you got that money from. And once you've gone through that entire process and you've answered all the questions that the lawyer may want to ask to quantify the source of those funds, then you should be signed off and ready to go, and you'll be able to buy that property using that money. The other part that we briefly touched on at the beginning was if you then need a mortgage to bridge the gap on the rest, and that's a little bit more difficult. Some mortgage companies just won't lend money where the deposit is coming from crypto. So you need to just speak to an excellent mortgage broker who understands this stuff and will know and have a feel for banks' appetites as to whether they're comfortable with this or not. I can't name any banks today as to which ones I know are pretty good and which ones aren't, because clearly they could change their credit appetite in the morning and suddenly it's out of date. So my best advice would be speak to a mortgage broker who you trust and somebody who knows their stuff in this field, and you will be absolutely fine. But the short of it is, at the moment, you can buy property with crypto. You just need to crystallize it first, and hopefully in the near future you'll be able to buy directly with the crypto, maybe through DeFi and something else. So yeah, exciting times ahead, and I should keep you updated. Thanks for watching.